Okay. Sayang hindi natin na-capture yung doon sa ano kanina, no? Doon sa listahan ng ano ng other vlogs, pero okay. Okay lang. Sige, let's go back, no. So with TBGI, as I mentioned, it's on an uptrend, and doing really well. Nagkaroon na rin siya ng breakout. Saan yung ano ko? Ito. So there was an initial breakout here on this point sa 2164, and nagtuloy-tuloy siya. So the next resistance that I can see here is this one, at 2500. Okay, so what we can expect, or at least what I can expect on this one, is potentially when it reaches the resistance point, baka magkaroon ng profit taking, no, especially dun sa mga nakabili sa baba. Okay, given if you can see, sentimo cents lang yung presyo nito, so yung tick niya is malaki na yung impact. Like for example, if you just bought here at 2027, this is already what, 15% up, diba? So ayan. Now in terms of the guidance na tinatawag natin, no? So guidance is, given these things here, itong 2164 will be my support line. Okay? 2164 will be my support line. So if may hawak akong TBGI, what I'll do is it has already broken out. So that's already a good sign for me. That means I'll just have to wait it out. Tingnan natin kung ano yung pwedeng gawin niya in the next couple of days. Kasi baka I can just set it at target price ng 2500 eh. And then from that, baka ma-maximize natin yung potential profit. Okay? And then kung halimbawang nasa watch list ko naman si TBGI, then a potential entry for me will be etong part na to. So what I will be waiting on is a pullback na ganito itsura niya. A red pullback. And the pullback must not go beyond, or must not go below 2164. 2164 ba? Or let me just ayan. 2172. Okay? Tapos, kailan ako papasok? Once nagkaroon ng ganito. So, this is the pullback and then this is the bounce. So, most likely dito ako papasok on the bounce. Ayan. So, ayan. That's my take on TBGI. Next is, asan yun? Ayan, ito pala. DMC. Okay, so DMC, wala masyadong news about DMC, no? However, there was this proclamation. Teka. Ayan, ito yun eh. Ito yung sa mga research na nakukuha ko with the mining industry. Since DMC has a mining subsidiary apart from SEC. Okay, so the government is eyeing a revival of the industry, of the mining industry, through sale of state-owned assets via privatization. Okay, now why is this a news for the mining company? It's because this is an opportunity for the mining companies to further expand their operation. How? Through privatization. Okay, so basically this news is not only applicable for DMC but to all mining stocks. Mining stocks like of course DMC, kasi ang meron dito sa hawak ng government are mostly, if I'm not mistaken, copper, nickel, silver, and other ores. Okay, so ano yung mga pwede makinabang doon? DMC is one. FNI, Nickel, Nickel Asia. Ano pa ba? Mark. Yon, yung mga companies na yon. So, ayun. So, yun ang yung news na nasagap ko sa kanya. Okay? Now, in terms of the technicals, we can see na DMC is still on the sideways consolidation. Let me just remove this one. Okay. So, nasa consolidation siya. Range of 330 hanggang 477. Medyo mataas yung range na yon, so I have created some minor support lines here to help us out. No? So, it's 384. Okay. Now, given that, given this range, this candles na nakikita natin nung nakaraan, no, medyo gumaganda na yung galawan ni DMC at the moment. Okay. However, nasa gitna pa rin siya nung range na to, nung bigger range, which is from 384 hanggang 477. Okay. So, for this one, kung halimbawang holder ako ng DMC and nakabili ako dito sa may below 380, no? Most likely, I'll just hold. Hintayin ko anong gagawin ng, ano yung mga next movement ni DMC. Okay? And then, I'll just set my cut loss price. Siguro, I'll adjust this one since nagkaroon na ng isa pang consolidation dito sa part na to at 398. Or, I think this is already 4 pesos. Yeah. Let me save that. So, I'll be setting up my cut loss point, adjusted cut loss point at 4 pesos. Okay? Now, kung halimbawang nasa watch list or nag-aabang ako for DMC, naghahanap ng magandang entry price, so same thing. I will wait for the 4 pesos. So, ang pwede kong hintayin dito is a potential bounce. Bounce from 4 pesos. If hindi na niya kinaya ang 4 pesos na mag-bounce, then okay lang. Next is a potential breakout play. Okay? So, ayun. That's my take on DMC. Next, home. Okay. So, kay home or dun sa mga home improvement na ano no, wala naman masyadong news about this one. The latest that I had was way back in September. So, baka hindi na rin ito ano. And this was okay, just the resiliency of the home improvement subsector, which are basically home and WLCON. No? So, sa ngayon, wala. Nag-aantay pa lang ako ng other news dito, maybe an earnings in the future or for the Q3. Okay? Now, how about the technicals? Pasensya na, medyo marami tong linya dito. Ito kasi mga inabot niya before. So, let me just try to clear some dito. Hindi, kasi valid kasi yung mga to eh. Kaya, okay na yan. Sige, ito lang, clear out ko na lang to. Saan pa ba? Ayan. And then save. Okay. So, home is currently doing another sideways move. Ano? I can't say na it is on an uptrend because it's not. Sideways pa siya, nasa consolidation. Range of 512 hanggang 8 pesos. Okay? And at the moment, at 590, medyo malapit na siya doon sa support line ko. Okay? Now, if I have home, then kung nasa ba ako nakabili, then I'll just hold and wait kung ano yung gagawin niya. Okay? And then, I'll set my cut loss point. Unless dito kayo nakabili sa baba, then you can use 512. Pero kung medyo mataas, then siguro you can also check this another support at 570. Okay? So, potential cut loss point at 570. When I say cut loss point, pag na-hit yung cut loss point, regardless, ako, sell. Ganun yung ginagawa ko on the cut loss. So, para na akong robot na, alam mo yun, once na-hit ko yung support level ko, once na violate yung support level ko, I sell. Excuse me. That's how strict I am pagdating dito sa stocks and sa mga hawak ko. No? So, ayan. And then, my target price is, I can go as high as 701 or kung kaya pa siyang i-beat, then 8 pesos. Okay? Now, kung halimbawang naghahanap ako ng magandang entry point for home, then medyo light pa itong 570 kasi kung wala akong hawak eh. Most likely, I'll just wait sa 512. Doon ako mag-aabang. Okay? Or otherwise, break out from 7 pesos. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take on home. Next is MWIDE. Okay. So, with MWIDE, the good thing about MWIDE kasi is that strong partner na kasi niya ang government. No, it has a lot of PPP na contribution or partnership with the government. Okay? So, kaya ngayon na magbubukas na or nagsa-start ng gradually yung mga projects either ng government or even yung mga private sector, MWIDE is expected na at least kahit paano makarecover. Okay? And looking at the chart here, we can see na the stock is doing a consolidation, no? Actually a very long consolidation. But then again, ang maganda dito is that medyo malapit na siya doon sa resistance level ko, which is around 8 pesos. No? And kung napansin natin, nung Friday kahapon, nagkaroon tayo ng it's not a breakout, but at least a gap up. No? So, this is good to see kahit paano for MWIDE. Okay? And at the same time, yung meron kasi siyang hawak na airport operation sa Cebu. As far as I know, gradual na rin yung pagtaas ng operation ng Cebu International Airport. So, that is an added plus for MWIDE. Okay? Now, if may hawak akong MWIDE, then, given na meron natin nakitang gap up dito, I'll just wait. Who knows, baka umabot pa siya ng 797. Or, maybe, better yet, breakout. Okay? My cut loss point, I'll set it at 685. Okay? Ayan. Minumove ko na siya para mas madali niyo makita. Ayan. So, ayan. Now, kung halimbawa nag-aabang ako kay MWIDE, okay, most likely, given na there was already a successful bounce coming here, I mean, dito sa part na to, most likely, this is already my buying signal. No? However, let me post this warning ha. Kasi kung halimbawang bibili ko dito at this level, 721, also try to consider kung gaano kalaki ang potential upside. It's just less than 10%. Okay? So, kung less than 10% lang yung upside ko, most likely I won't go with that. Might as well just wait for the breakout. Okay? So, ayan. Yeah, that's my take on MWIDE. So, kung mapapansin niyo, no, if you have tuned in before sa mga weekly stock review, same patterns, same analysis yung ginagawa natin. It's just that hindi pa kasi nabe-break yung support and resistances, no? But then if it does, then we adjust. Okay? So, yan. Ganun yung ginagawa ko madalas. Okay? Now, let me just try to quickly check sa comment box, no? May mga bago dito. Sabi ni James, siguro sana may cut-off kayo sa dami ng stock, kaya say 25 to 30 considering na hanggang 10 PM lang nagla-live. Or maybe at most 3 minutes per stock. Thank you for that, James. I appreciate that. Sige. I'll think about how we can more effectively do the stock review, kasi I do understand yung concern ni James. And yeah, kung napansin niyo sa mga previous natin na recordings, or I mean sa mga previous natin na mga reviews, hindi natin siya natatapos because either maraming discussion or sobrang dami nung nasa listahan. Okay? Pero yes, James, I really appreciate that. Sige. I'll think about that on the next natin, starting next week. Um, Gagawa ko ng kahit parang small rule book natin para at least ma-accommodate natin karamihan. Yan. So, thank you. Sabi ni Mario, same here, fan of Minervini. Okay, meron daw siyang book. Yeah, yung 3 books. Trade Like a Champion, Stock Market, and then Momentum Masters. Ay, that's nice. Ano to? Hard book? Hard, yung physical book or e-book? I already have the Think and Trade Like a Champion. I'm still trying to look for the Trade Like a Stock Market Wizard. Medyo luma na kasi siya, so kaya wala ako masyado mahanap. Ayan. Sabi ni Yuri, MHC. I think meron tayong MHC. Sabi ni A. Wow. A. RLC, meron na rin. IDC, sabi ni Kevin, meron na rin tayo noon. Sabi ni Mario, naka-line up na yan dun sa request ni Don Robert. Okay. Reply niya kay A. Okay, yes. MRC, sabi ni Lemuel, meron na rin. Kay June, BDO and MBT. BDO hindi pa, MBT hindi pa din. Sabi ni Mario, physical. Okay. Okay, that's good. Minsan may kakaibang may kakaibang parang feels pa din na paghawak mo yung book no, kaysa sa e-book. No? So I can totally understand that. Ayan. Okay. So, ayan. Sabi ni Pahabol, sabi ni Jinggoy, meron po ba kayong suggestion trading book for beginner newbies? Ayun. Check out yung sinabi ni Mario, no? Yung 3 books ni Minervini. Actually, hindi ko pa nabasa yung Momentum Masters. Hindi ko alam kung about saan ito or if it's really on the about stocks. But yung Trade Like a Stock Market Wizard and Think and Trade Like a Champion. Yun, those are really good books. Madali siyang intindihin, insightful, and unlike other books, mas entertaining siya. So, you can totally get them. Ayan. Okay. So, ayan, yun muna. Let's go back. Okay, next, dito. Sorry, uminom lang ako. Okay, so with dito, yung latest sa kanya was Udena Infrastructure bagged the project to build dito the cell towers. No, for me it's not anymore a news dahil technically dito and because technically dito and Udena belong to the same company. I mean, to the same family. So, I would be concerned kung halimbawa iba ang nakakuha ng project na yun. But then, since Udena naman yung nakakuha, so it's not really a big news for me. Okay? Yung part na yon. Okay. So, ayan. Yun lang yung latest with dito in terms of the news. No? Now, how about the technicals? Okay. So as we can see here, Dito had a really good rally which started way back in September. Hanggang umabot siya ng, I think umabot ng 8 pesos to, di ba? Yeah. Umabot pa siya ng 8 pesos and then nag-pull back. Okay. Initially, the resistance that I have seen here was at around 712. And mukhang nasunod pa rin yung resistance line na yon. It appears na merong strong resistance dito sa area ng 7 hanggang 712. Okay? So, there was a profit taking happened noong October 7th and October 8th. And then kahapon, we can see na nagkaroon ng magandang reversal, no, or bounce. Sakto doon sa ito, I think this is still the same support line that we have discussed nung nakaraan. And kung napansin niyo, although nag-close siya below, pero bumalik, umangat ulit siya the next day. So that means this resistance line of 7 to 712 at itong support line na 559 are valid support and resistances. Okay? Now, if may hawak akong dito, most likely, and sana nakabili ako dun sa medyo mababa, then I can just hold. Hold, hopefully, ma-break niya, umabot or ma-break niya itong 7 pesos. And baka, hopefully again, umabot sa 8 pesos. No? And then I'll be setting my cut loss dito sa 559 still or 560. Okay. Now, if nag-aabang ako kay dito, okay, if nag-aabang ako kay dito, then most likely ang gagawin ko sa kanya is may bounce na kasi dito eh. So I should have bought here. No? Which is kahapon. How about on Monday? On Monday siguro as long as hindi siya umaabot, hindi pa nababasag itong 560, then I think okay pa siya to re-enter. Okay? As long as hindi pa mabasag yung 560. Otherwise, pag nabasag, then of course, wait out, hintay-hintay na lang muna. Okay? So, ayan. Kasi dito is at least technically is doing well. No? Makikita natin yung magandang parabolic run niya dito. And it is already on an uptrend. Merong maliit na consolidation dito sa bandang top, but it's normal. Okay? So, once again, technical wise, dito is looking good. Ito lang talaga yung kailangang mag-hold ng maayos. The 7 to 712 na resistance at saka especially itong support na 560. Okay? If you have been following me ever since, I have always mentioned this one. Dito, in terms of fundamentals, I'm not a big fan. Okay? I'm not a big fan of dito fundamentally. Technical, however, if I can see some really good movements na really hard to ignore, then I could. But on this stage, I haven't. Okay? Dahil busy ako. Dahil busy rin sa work. Kaya hindi ko siya, nakikita ko siya, yeah, but okay, sabi ko, there are other stocks naman na I'm still okay with, so ayoko maghabol. No? Ayan. So, those are just the insights that I have for dito. Okay. Now, next is RCL. Royal Caribbean Cruises. O RCI ito. Tingin ko RCI ito. Ayan, RCI nga, Rojas and Company. So, same thing nung napag-usapan natin last week. Wala akong masyadong news about RCI. However, yung kanyang trade range is still valid. No? Trade range of 110 hanggang 130 is still valid. And at the moment, nasa kalagitnaan siya. So, kind of boring for RCI. So, if may hawak ako neto, then most likely, I will just wait. Okay? Wait and set my cut loss at 110. Okay. And have my target at 130. Same thing if I am going to enter RCI, I'll just wait at 110 and then of course target it at 130. Okay. So no changes on this one, same pa rin siya as before. Next is Lopez. Okay. So Lopez, I think it has moved somewhere, no? Ayun. So ayun, may movement nga. If we recall, the Lopezes have resigned as the chairman for Lopez. Is it Lopez Holdings, the whole Lopez Holdings, or just ABS? Hindi ko lang maalala. But nevertheless, I think one of the major news dito was of course yung current standing ng ABS, no? If you recall this week, they have announced yung partnership nila with Zoe TV Channel 11 na na doon ma maipapalabas yung mga select shows ng ABS, like yung It's Showtime at saka yung ASAP. So dahil doon, kung napansin niyo, ABS had a really good run. This week may a couple of nag-ceiling sila, no? So ayun, I think that's the main catalyst for this recent rally. Okay? Now, in terms of the technicals, mukhang solid itong asan yan? Okay. So 226 until I can just set this one up hanggang 3 pesos, no? And then I can meron pa ba ako? 3 pesos. Yeah, tama. So same lang siya. Okay. So range is 226 to 3 pesos. And at the moment, medyo nasa taas na siya. Lately, we are seeing lower highs here or lower lows. Pero that's normal, I think. Kasi at least ang mahalaga is hindi naman siya ganun ka katindi yung pagbaba niya, no? So we are still seeing alternate candles dito, which is good, especially for parabolic runs, no? Wag lang yung magdire-diretso like 2 to 3 red candles. Then that's something that I will be very concerned of. But for this one, I think this is still a good one. So ayan, if I have a Lopez, I'll just wait. Okay? And then I'll set my cut loss siguro dito na at 265. Yan. Dito sa part na to 265. Doon ko ilalagay yung cut loss price ko. Okay? Now if mag-aabang naman ako kay Lopez, same thing. So but then again, nasa 2 pesos pa rin naman tayo, ano. Siguro if I am waiting for Lopez, might as well just wait sa 236 or 226. Kasi this part here, itong 265, I don't think this will be a strong support for now. Dahil wala, ilang candles pa lang naman yung meron sa kanya. Okay? Still target price is 302. Yan. Next, FNI. Okay. So, with FNI, same thing, no? Nung napag-usapan natin kanina about doon sa news about the mining industry, wherein the government eyes revival of the mining industry through sale of state-owned na mga assets for privatization. Okay? Apart from that, wala na. Although, kung napapansin natin, yung nickel is, I think, nasa na yung natin? Nickel price. Let's see here. Asan na yun? Ito. Kitco Metals. Magkano na ba ang nickel today? Oh, okay. So, mukhang na-meet na niya yung kita niyo yung rally na to. I think this is one of the major contributor why we are seeing itong gap up dito on FNI. And at the same time, why nickel is also doing well. Ayun. So gap up din si nickel dito. It's because of yung price ng nickel sa global market is rising. So, syempre, we are, or at least these companies are ore producing. So, if there's a rally on the global market in terms of the price, then most likely the producers will have a good stock rally then locally. No? Now, Going back dito kay FNI. So with FNI, yun nga lang no, nabasag na yung ano natin dito, yung yung support line natin, itong diagonal line na to. And as we always say, once nabawasag ang isang support line, magiging resistance na ito para dun sa stock. And kung napapansin niyo, sakto rin, no? Naging resistance na siya dito. So, I'm just trying to extend this one. Ha? Ayan. Okay? So, at this time, medyo alanganin na ako dito kay FNI na baka mahulog ulit ito. Okay? However, kung dire-diretso ang pag-akit ng nickel prices, then there will be a stronger bias or stronger chance na ma-break niya itong resistance line niya na to. And could go back above 130. Okay? So, ayan. Now, if I have FNI, no? If I have FNI, ang gagawin ko na lang dito is siguro I'll just wait, no? Kasi as I mentioned, may momentum ka galing dun sa global price eh. So I will be riding it out and see kung anong gagawin ng candle dito on Monday and Tuesday. If ito nagbigay ng isang mahabang red candle, then that means untog na yon. So I would partially sell. Okay? Now, if wala naman akong hawak na FNI and naghahanap ako or nag-aabang ako ng magandang entry point, then at least at this point, siguro watchlist na lang muna, wait na makabalik siya above itong diagonal line na to. So, most likely above 130. Okay? Otherwise, wait sa 105. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take on FNI. Next, ABA. So, with ABA Core Holdings, ano nga pala ulit itong si ABA Core? Teka ha. ABA Core Holdings is okay, so financial service, real estate, gold mining, and coal mining. Okay. Yeah. Since meron siyang, by the way, pakita ko lang, ito yun. Ito yung binasa ko. So, Abacor Holdings engage in financial service, real estate, gold, and coal mining. Okay? So, gold is also doing well sa market. I think nasa 1,900 na yata siya today. No? And nearing its resistance na around $2,000. $2,000. So, that's also the reason why you have seen yung mga gold stocks, mga gold producing stocks natin dito na nagliparan din nung nakaraan on the mining side. So, like for example, APX, ayun o. And, ano pa ba yung isa? APX, at saka Philex Mining. PX. Yes, ayan. Is this an all-time high for Philex? No, hindi naman. So, 52-week high lang siya. But still, as you can see here, add mo doon yung support ng government on the mining industry that we have talked about and yung magandang galawan ng gold price sa global market. So, vavavoom. Ayan. Okay. Now, let's go back kay ABA. Okay. So, with ABA, okay. So, hindi ko alam, mukhang nagkaroon ng malaking bentahan dito sa part na to ng Friday, no? I'm not sure why. Maybe profit taking or sell on news ang nangyari kay Abacor. So, we can only speculate. at least, no? But at the moment, ABA Core is doing a sideways consolidation move. Itong part na to. Ayan. Nasa consolidation siya. So until it breaks dito sa part ng 59, sa part ng 5100, then that's the time na siguro doon ako pwedeng pumasok, no? If I hold ABA, then well, nasa gitna naman kasi siya, so that's okay. I'll just set my cut loss point sa 4500. So 0.45, and then target is 51. Okay, so same thing kung halimbawa nag-aabang ako kay ABA, yun. Ayun yung sinabi ko kanina. Ayan. So yeah, that's my take on ABA. Next, MRC. MRC has been very, very noisy this week. MRC Allied, ayan, dahil sa magandang rebound niya dito, no? Now, what is happening here? I have no idea. Guys, if you have any clue kay MRC, kung ano nangyayari sa kanya, I'd like to know your thoughts. Wala akong mahanap kasi na significant news na would support itong ano niya. Itong big rally niya na to, apart from the yung mining business again, kasi may mining itong si MRC, and yung start nila ng renewable energy. So they have started building their subsidiary for the renewable energy. So I think yon, but I am really not sure. Siguro ang makikita ko na lang dito is on the technicals, no? As we can see here, ito yung na-draw natin na pattern way back siguro, I think 2 to 3 weeks ago, which is a cup and handle. And usually in a cup and handle, once mabasag ang handle, then doon nagkakaroon ng magandang rally. And that is what we are seeing now. Okay? So I think that is the only, at least for me, the only logical explanation for this is the cup and handle na formation for MRC. Okay? Now, let's try to draw the support and resistance, no? Let's check. So we have one here and another one here as the resistance. While on the support side, this one. Okay. Parang liit ng... Saan na yun? Ayan ko lang para at least mas ano. Ayan, okay. So, if I hold MRC, actually nakakita na tayo ng pag-untog dito sa 37.45. Yung untog na to was characterized by etong part na ito, no? Yung umabot siya dito, kaso nag-pullback. So, I often consider this as untog, no? But still, we will try to check kasi malaki pa naman tong range na to eh. Yeah, around 28%. So, pwede pa. Okay? My cut loss is at 2900. Ni-round off ko na siya para ano, mas madaling yung matandaan. So 2900 and 37.45. Okay? So if may hawak ako na MRC, then I'll just wait. Set the cut loss sa 2900. Tapos kung halimbawang nag-aabang ako ng entry, same thing. I'll wait for a bounce. Either I wait for the bounce or wait for the breakout. Okay? So, ayun. That's my take on MRC. Next up, green. So, as I mentioned before, green is one of my favorite stock at the moment. Dahil, kung mapapansin niyo, gradual and gradual yung pagtaas ng presyo niya. This is my favorite setup dahil I find this kind of setup more, kumbaga, more fundamentally sound. No? Yung dahan-dahan may profit taking in the middle and then aangat. As opposed doon sa mga biglaang rally, katulad nung sa MRC na nakita natin kanina, it went up by ilang percent yun, 20%. I find those kind of rally na medyo weak and may malakas na chance of shake off or a shakedown. Okay? Now, kay Green, wala naman makitang news about this one. It's just purely technicals. So, as we can see here, the stock is on an uptrend. No? And recently, kahapon, it just broke its resistance. From 238, it closed at 243. No? So, let me try to find the next, ayun, okay. 255 yung next niya na resistance. Okay? So, if I have green, which I have, no, what I'll do is I'll just hold. Okay? I'll hold off. Tingnan ko kung anong gagawin nito on Monday, Tuesday, or at least next week. Okay? If ito nahulog from nag-close siya below 238, then ang gagawin ko na doon, I will be selling partially. Okay? I'll be selling it partially na at least just to take some profits. Okay? Now, let's say for example, biglang sumipa na naman siya ng mataas. Let's say na break niya for example itong 256, which is I think the major one. The major resistance. Then most likely baka magdagdag pa ako kung sakasakaling it would happen. But for now, being a conservative trader, yun yung gagawin ko sa ngayon. No, tingnan ko kung anong gagawin nito. If nahulog siya below 238, then take profit. Okay? Now, kung halimbawa nag-aabang ako kay green, at the moment, medyo malapit na siya dito sa resistance. Actually, maliit na lang tong range na to eh. Around 5%. So, it's not worth it. Just wait for the breakout. Pull back, breakout. Breakout and then pull back. Then done. From that bounce. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take on green. Next, AC. Kay AC, wala ring masyadong news apart from yung sa subsidiary niya na IMI. Yun lang. Wala. Even sa, sa BPI and Ali, to be honest, they're not looking good at the moment fundamentally dahil sobrang affected sila nung COVID, no? And nagsa-start pa lang sila na maka-recover. Okay? So the bigger news that I have seen here was of course yung subsidiary ng IMI. So basically AC ang hawak niya si IMI. Si IMI may hawak naman na German company called VIA Optronics. VIA Optronics nag-IPO siya sa New York Stock Exchange and hindi naging maganda yung yung first day kasi bumagsak agad siya ng from $15 naging $12 something. Ayan. So ayan. Now, in terms of AC, kung mapapansin natin dito, no, may magandang rally na nangyari dito, itong part na to. But then on this area here, nakakita tayo ng consolidation. Okay? So on this consolidation, which is good for me, medyo malapit na siya doon sa 691. So, for this one, most likely, waiting game na lang ito kay AC kung ano pang gagawin niya. If I have AC, then I'll just set my cut loss sa 690. And then I'll set my target sa 810. Okay? Now, kung halimbawa wala akong hawak na AC, then most likely ang gagawin ko is I'll just wait out ng konti. Kasi kung napansin niyo dito, there is this bounce already confirmed dito sa part na to. Ito. This was a bounce. from the support, nakita natin yung pag-bounce niya rito and then nagkaroon na siya ng consolidation dito na part na to. Okay? So, ayan. Siguro for this one, pero kung magdadagdag lang ako ng position, so let's say meron akong AC before, I think on this area, okay, pwede na ako magdagdag. Okay, kasi again, dito, kita ko na yung bounce dito eh. So, I think okay na siya. And I think the upside is still high. Around 12%. So, not bad. Especially for a blue chip stock like AC. Okay? So, yan. That's my take on AC. Next, GTCAP. Okay. So, GTCAP, no news pa rin sa akin. In terms of on the technicals naman, we can see na consolidation pa rin siya. No, yun nga lang medyo natatagalan na ako dito sa part na to. It has been like this in the past couple of months. And well, being a holding company and a blue chip stock, maybe it's just expected. No? Kung may hawak akong GTCAP, I'll just wait and see. Set my cut loss point dito sa 365 and then target at 531. Sorry. O yan. So, ayan. And then, kung nag-aabang naman ako kay GTCAP, same thing. 365 ang hintayin ko na bounce and then target 531. Okay? Next, BDO. So, BDO, this is applicable to all banks, actually, to all financial sector. They are affected heavily by COVID-19 pandemic because of NPLs, non-performing loans. So, ito yung mga loans na hindi pa nababayaran because pwedeng yung nag-loan ay walang work, so paano siya makapagbayad? Something like that. And also doon sa Bayanihan Act 2 na meron tayong one-time 60-day extension. So that means at the least delay ang payments for financial sectors. And kung mapapansin niyo, medyo hindi rin maganda. Masyadong tahimik si BDO this time. Okay? Range that I can see here is still at around 85 hanggang 115. Okay? And ngayon medyo nasa baba pa siya ng range. So yeah, medyo ano tayo dito. Ito yung mga classic na wait and see. No, kung may hawak akong BDO, well, it's BDO already and most likely priced in na yung mga risk. So, okay na ako doon. I'll just hold. And then set my cut loss at 85 pesos. Okay? Same thing, kung halimbawa nag-aantay ka tayo ng magandang entry point. No? Bounce. Actually, pwede na nga rin dito kasi as I mentioned, most likely priced in na dahil wala na yun. Yun na yung bottom eh. Just make sure na if in case you enter, you have your cut loss point to protect your capital as well. Okay? So, ayan, that's for BDO. Next is TEL. TEL had a good rally nung nakaraang weeks. Unfortunately, nakakita tayo ng, I think this is double top, if I'm not mistaken, di ba? So, double top dito sa part na to. And then from the double top is a reversal pattern. So, syempre, if the stock is going up, double top, reverse. So, that's why it's going down. Okay? Pero, ito yung maganda dito. At least kahit pa paano yung pagbaba niya, yung support line na 1,300 is holding. No? Now, this tells me na this support is valid for PLDT. Okay? Um, so, kung halimbawa may hawak akong tel, no? Hopefully nakakuha ka dito sa baba ah. Kasi kung nasa taas ka, then you have to pay attention on the next couple of days kung anong gagawin niya. Okay? So, kung halimbawa nakakuha ko ng tel, siguro I'll just, well, same thing. Abangan ko siya. Pag nag-close ito below 1.3 next week, I will sell. Okay? And then, kung halimbawa nag-aabang naman ako, ang gagawin ko naman kay tel ay maghihintay ako ng magandang bounce from 1.3. And then, doon ako pwedeng pumasok. And then, target price will be at 1,400. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take on tel. Okay? So, okay. Next up, Globe. Ayan, wow, medyo ano tong si Globe. Very volatile siya nung nakaraan. Kaso nga lang yung volatility niya is not that big naman. So, which is still good. Okay, so Globe is still on the consolidation phase. Both telcos, Globe and PLDT, is having the benefit of the pandemic. So, isa sila sa mga beneficiary ng pandemic dahil, of course, dahil walang work, dahil walang, dahil karamihan ay work from home, so you need a stable and reliable na internet connection. And this is where Globe and Tel come into the picture. Okay? In terms of the, tawag ito, itong technicals naman, we can see na medyo, ano siya, nasa consolidation phase. So, ito yung masasabi ko na medyo boring dahil nasa conso. I'll just wait na maka-rebound or mag-breakout. Then, saka tayo magkakaroon ng siguro magandang play. But for now, wala. Ano to? This is more on a waiting game kesa sa market, kesa sa price movement. Okay? So, kung may hawak akong Globe, hold and wait for and then wait for the for the support. Actually, medyo nabasag na nga siya dito, ano? Yeah, actually nabasag na pala siya dito. Itong part na to. So that means I'll have to adjusting the support line to 2,000. Okay? Now, kung halimbawa nag-aabang ako kay Globe, I should have already entered actually kahapon. No? Kasi this is already confirmed bounce. And good thing na nag-close siya still within the same price range. No? So, ayun. And then set my target at 2315, 2,315. Okay? Next, APVI. Ayoko na i-discuss APVI. I've already placed my opinion on this one. I would stay away from APVI. Okay? Yung nakikita natin na rally dito is, I think, in my opinion, is not sustainable. So, for me, it's not worth it. Okay? So, ayun. Yan, short lang for APVI. Next, PGOLD. So, PGOLD, nagkaroon na rin to ng profit taking. Ayun, nabasag na nga siya. Wala namang news dito. We are just waiting for, kasi ang latest lang dito was they need additional capital para sa additional stores nila ng Pure Gold and SNR. Yung nga lang gagawin nila yon via preferred shares and bonds. So, not really big news on that. However, on the technical side, we can see na nabasag na yung support niya, no? From 46 pesos. And the good thing is sinalo naman siya ng MA200 line. So kita niyo sakto, no? Pagbagsak niya dito, sumapo dito sa MA200 line, and this is now a good support for PGOLD. Okay? Since basag na ito, then that means this is now the new resistance line. 46 pesos or 46.50. Okay? Now, let me try to adjust this one. Ayan. So, having these adjustments, if I have pure gold, then since meron na tayong confirmed bounce dito, then I'll just hold off. Tingnan ko kung anong gagawin nito in the next succeeding days. And then I'll set my cut loss still at 43.50. Okay? If wala naman, if nag-aabang ako kay PGOLD, because of that bounce, I think I should have already entered kahapon. Pero tingnan natin, who knows, baka naman this week maglaro pa siya dito sa part na to. Just make sure you have your cut loss at 43.50. Okay? Yan. Next, nickel. Same thing na pinag-usapan natin kanina with kay FNI, no? And kung may dadagdag ako just on the technicals. Okay? So, on the technicals, kung mapapansin natin, it has successfully created a cup and handle formation. Okay? And even yung handle, yung cup niya dito, na break na rin kahapon. And this is very important, no? Kasi the last time that we saw this kind of cup and handle pattern was with dito. I'm not saying na it will happen just like that. Ay, hindi pala siya. Ano yung isa? MRC pala. Tama ba? Ayun, MRC. So, kung mapansin niyo, diba? Na-develop yung cup and handle, yung handle na break, and then lumipad siya. So, having that logic in mind with the cup and handle, it's possible na baka ganun din yung mangyari. Dahil kung mapansin nyo, this is your cup and then your handle here. And then, na-break niya yung handle, na-break pa niya yung cup. So, importante na lang dito is for para sa 345, mag-hold. Okay? Now, in terms of the guidance, kung may hawak akong nickel, then, I'll just wait. Tingnan ko kung ano yung next candle on Monday. As long as hindi siya nahuhulog below 345, I'll just hold. And maybe I will add some more. Okay? And then, kung halimbawang nag-aabang naman, wait lang, hanap tayo ng resistance ha, para at least may, lang tayo, may guide lang tayo sa kanya. 420. Resistance ko is 420. Okay? So, actually, this is really good. Let me add this one sa ano ko. Wala yung nickel eh. I'll add that. Oinks. I'll remove CNPF. And add nickel on my watch list. Okay. Okay, ayan. Ayan. Okay. Sige. So, ayun. Now, kung nag-aabang ako kay nickel, then ayun, same thing, no? As long as mag-hold itong 345, then I will buy. And then I'll be setting my target price at 420. Okay? So, yan. That's my take on nickel. Next is call. Okay. So, first time natin ma-encounter si call. Oh wow. Is this a new 52-week? Or at least itong part na to? Or all-time? All-time high. Wow. Despite the problem yung, di ba, last week, if I'm not mistaken, maraming naiinis na naman kay call dahil bumagal daw. Well, hindi lang naman si call. Even other brokers bumagal. Because of the larger than usual na volume, trading volume sa market. no? But then this is good. Okay. Nagsorry naman na sila, so we'll see. We'll see. I still have call. Well, I have 5 brokers anyways. So it's not really a big deal for me, no. However, for this one on the technical side, I think this is on an uptrend, no. Yun nga lang, etong part na to, I'll be very careful dahil ayan, kasi ilang beses niyang inattempt na makapag-breakout dito sa 2690, no? Pero hindi nagsasucceed. So, uh, medyo malakas yung resistance dito sa area na to. Okay? If I have call, then I'll just wait. Okay? Hintayin ko, pag siguro kung pag mag-red pa ito on Monday, I'll be selling partially just to take some profits. No? And then lastly, I'll be setting my cut loss sa dito at 2467. Okay? Now, kung may hawak naman akong call, then just wait for the breakout. Yun na lang siya. Plain and simple. Wait for the breakout. Okay? So, ayan. I don't hindi siya worth ng watchlist ko personally dahil maliit lang yung mga volumes ng ng COL eh. So I don't trade low volumes dahil prone sa sa ipitan pag nagkataon. I would rather go dun sa mga may volume na 5 million and above. Actually 5 million is low pero okay na 'yon. 5 million yung yung threshold ko. That's my personal threshold sa threshold. Okay, next, Macro Asia. With Macro Asia, same, wala naman masyadong news dito. It's just that alam naman natin, tourism industry is still trying to recover and I think that the risk has already been priced in. Okay, and Mac doing a consolidation here is a good sign for me. Okay. So in terms of the guidance, if I have Mac, pwede ko ba siyang yan? Okay, I'm just trying to extend it. Okay, if I have Mac, then medyo nasa bottom na siya, no? Pero okay lang, I'll just hold. Tingnan ko kung ano mangyayari in the next few days or weeks, and then set my cut loss at 340. Okay? Or siguro kung may hawak na ako, siguro pwede na rin dito sa 390. Kasi tingin ko medyo mababa na yung 340. So 390 is I think still a valid support. And then target is 707. Okay? Same thing if I wanted to enter MAC, I'll just wait for 4 pesos actually. Doon ako sa 4 pesos. And then, yun, same target price, 707. Okay? Next, AXLM. Yan. So, with AXLM, ba't nasa taas kasi itong mga to? Ayan. So, sabi nila, strong cash position to capitalize on the rising health conscious consumers. Not just in the Philippines but also in Asia Pacific since medyo lumalaki ang export market ni AXLM for coconut water. Okay, so AXLM can really benefit from that demand here and abroad. So hopefully magtuloy-tuloy lang siya, no? In terms of the technicals, we can see here that AXLM is already on an uptrend. Merong strict V formation ako nakikita dito, which is good. At least kahit paano, yun nga lang, I would have wished for a U-type, no? But since ito yung binigay sa atin, then why not? Okay? So with AXLM, if I have AXLM, and nakabili ko dito sa may bandang baba, then I'll just stay put. Hintayin ko kung ano gagawin ng stock na to. And then set my target price at 304, cut loss at 3 pesos. Tama. Ano, 260. Sorry. 260 yung magiging cut loss point ko kay AXLM. And same thing for kung nag-aantay ako ng magandang entry point. So 260 and then target at 304. Okay? So ayan, next. Now telecoms. Minention ko na siya nung nakaraan sa inyo, yung news, kasi wala na akong ibang nakitang news apart from that. But yung partnership with Vietnam's VTEL for ICT solutions in the Philippines. Okay? So, yun lang yung major news sa kanya. Apart from that, wala na. So, I guess we're just waiting for the quarterly earnings for now corporations. No? But we can see here on the technicals, no, medyo maganda yung galawan niya. Yung parabolic run dito was good, pero medyo stiff pa siya for me. The good thing is that itong mga red candles na to, these are for me good sign kasi nababalance pa rin niya yung presyo nung stock. Okay? So, having said that in mind, kung halimbawa meron akong Now Corp, I think 430 is still a valid support line. Okay? And then target or resistance ko will be somewhere here. 597 or 6 pesos. Yan. So, 6 pesos. 6 pesos ang resistance ko dito. And kung halimbawa naman na nag-aabang ako for a possible re-entry or fresh new entry, then ito na yung confirmed bounce eh. So, dapat kahapon pala, no? Hindi ko minomonitor kasi sinawi. So, okay lang. On Monday or Tuesday, as long as ang gusto ko makitang candle sa kanya is a red candle na hindi bababa ng 430. Ganyan. Okay? So, doon ako. Pero pag yan bumaba ng 430, then alam nyo na. And same thing, kung halimbawang gusto nyo pa rin siyang pasukin, let's say on this same level, nasa 477 or even 450, 450 to 477, okay lang. Just make sure that you have your cut loss price, no, at 430. Okay? So yan, that's my take on Now. Next is Converge. Okay. Very quick lang, hindi pa naman ako tapos sa research ko about Converge. Okay, but don't worry. I am hoping na by tomorrow I can release yung video ko. Otherwise, Monday. Okay, kasi I'm still trying to get a lot of details about Converge. Pero kung halimbawang nasusundan na ninyo ako ever since on the IPOs, you would know na I am always buying IPOs. So for Converge, most likely I'll tell you the same thing. I'll buy Converge. Magdidepende na ako doon sa magiging strategy ko based doon sa magiging research ko na I'll just share to you guys for your research also. Okay? Ayan. Sige. So that's it muna for Converge. I'll talk about more on that later on. Next. SEC. Wait lang. I'll just go to the comment section. Medyo marami na pala dito, ano. Okay. So, kay Mario tsaka kay Kael, I think this is about the book, no? That's good. Okay lang naman. Sabi ni Corsenio, price action plus volume for green. Yep, I agree. MRC boss magiging holding company daw. But MRC is already a holding company. Hindi pa ba? Let me check. Ano siya, naka-align siya sa ngayon under property. Okay, okay. So, kung magiging holding company siya, sige. Mario, if you don't mind, if you have the link, gusto ko makita yung ano, yung write-ups on MRC. Yung magiging holding company siya. May mga gusto lang akong details na ma-confirm. If you can share that to me, I would really appreciate that. Sabi ni Mario, forget call, joke, stock lang yan, boss. Well, maganda ginagalaw ni Call, ha. As you can see kanina. So, ayun. Sabi ni Carlos, they sabotage your system kaya nakagain sila. I won't go as much as saying na sabotage because I don't know. In reality, I don't know. So, I would put it that way. Ako kasi, I would rather look at the information that I can get, the data, no? From legitimate sources before I can before I can form my decision or my opinion. Ayan. Okay, sabi ni Cruceño, call kasi surge of online stock trading habang naka-work from home. Yeah. Actually, everything na online medyo nagrarally except for Surpass. I'm not really sure what's happening with Surpass. Actually, naka-suspend siya ngayon, si Surpass. But sayang, it has been one of the mga pinagkakitaang stocks no nakaraang, I think 2016, 2017. I know because I have been one of those na nakasakay sa kanya kay Surpass. And the good thing I was able to get out before siya talagang mahulog ng husto. Okay. Sabi ni Cruceño, ayun, thank you for this one. Sige, I'll read through this, Cruceño. Thank you so much for the MRC news. Appreciate that. Sabi ni Jeric, EMA 50 to 200 po ba yung MA nyo po? I don't use EMA. I just use simple MA. Kasi I find it sobrang liit nung changes. So might as well go with the simplest form. Yun yung that's just my philosophy. But if you wanted to go with EMA, then it's okay. Even if you wanted to go with ALMA, that's okay too. Okay? Just make sure na kung ano man yung gagamitin mo, just try to be consistent. Okay? If you're going to use EMA, for example, then do use EMA for everything else. Kasi malilito ka pagka pinabago-bago mo yun. Ako, it's just my personal preference. Ayan. Okay? Now, let's go back. So, SCC. Okay, so SCC, wala pa masyadong news ako na andito. Most likely, we're just waiting for the earnings report for Q3. No? However, etong si SCC, kung napansin natin, no, nagkakaroon siya ng consolidation dito sa area na to. Let me try, ayan. Okay. So, consolidation dito sa area na to, and it's about to reach 1093, which is the initial resistance na I have set for the stock. So if I have SCC, then I'll monitor this one on Monday. If naging red ito, then that means na untog na siya. Then I'll be partially selling. Okay? And then, pero kapag nag-breakout, then okay, hold ka na lang. In case naman na nag-aabang ako kay SCC, so basically the only play that I can see here is the breakout. Breakout from 1093 or make it 11 pesos. Okay? So breakout play and target at 1440. Okay, so that's SEC for me. Next is Web. Web medyo mahina yung volume nitong si Web. And at the same time, for the gaming sector kasi, tama ba gaming sector itong si PhilWeb? If I'm not mistaken, ha? gradual pa rin kasi yung ano may max capacity pa rin ang ang sinet ng PAGCOR. So hindi pa yan masyadong ano. Although maganda yung galawan ni Webb, as you can see here, nag-breakout na siya from the MA 200 line. And na-breakout na rin niya itong initial resistance niya at 240. No? And I think this one is quite important. With a volume na, maganda yung volume, to be honest. Okay. Next is, hanap tayo ng resistance. So, initially, wow, mukhang nauntog na siya dito. I can have two resistances here. So, ayan. Initial resistance is at 257. Kung napansin niyo, umatras na from 257. So, ito yung sinasabi ko na potentially untog na ito. Okay? Now, if in case na mag-breakout pa rin siya sa 257, the next is 280 na. Okay? So, if I have Webb at its current price, I'll just wait. Most likely nakabili ka rito sa baba. Pero if you are waiting to enter Webb, okay, siguro kung hindi ka pa nakakapasok kay Webb, then just wait for the pullback. Pullback, then bounce. Just make sure na yung pullback mo won't go below 240. Otherwise, cut it na agad. Okay? So, ayun. That's my take on Webb. Pa. Okay. So, with pa, okay. Just a piece of a story. I had pa couple of weeks back. Kasi I have seen ito, same thing. Itong MA50 line na to is holding pretty good in terms of PAS, Premier Horizon Alliance support line. No? So, pero medyo natagalan na ako sa kanya. That's why I sold it. On ano pa rin naman, gain pa rin naman ako ng ilan yun, siguro mga 2K yata yung gain ko sa kanya. Pinakawalan ko lang kasi sabi ko medyo natatagalan ako and I am preparing for another stock na nasa watch list. No? However, kung mapapansin natin dito, medyo maganda yung ginawa niya nung Friday kahapon. With 13 million na volume. 55 million na volume. Okay? So, what can we do about pa? Kung halimbawa meron kang hawak na pa, then wait na lang muna. And then, let's just use itong MA50 as the cut loss point. If mahulog siya below, let's say, 2234, itong part na to, or 2240 na lang para closer. So, 2240 yung maging cut loss price ko. And then target is same thing, 2746. Okay. So, ayan. That's my take on pa. Next, IRC. Okay. So, with IRC, ang news dito was yung pagbibigay niya ng shares. They have issued preferred shares sa Makati government. Actually, part yun nung agreement nila. Yung joint agreement nila with the Makati City government na yung tie-up nilang dalawa. So, IRC to create to build the Makati subway. And in exchange, Makati will also get a portion. And at this time, ang ginamit na facility ng IRC is via preferred shares. Okay? Now, hindi lang naman yon kasi there is still a profit sharing. So apart from the preferred shares, there's also profit sharing na mangyayari for between IRC and Makati government. Okay? I'm not sure why that news will cause this kind of rally. I am not sure. Kasi for me, it's not something new. It's part of the agreement. But it is what it is. So, yeah. Okay, now. What can we say about MRC? Kung halimbawang meron kayo, by the way, this is on an uptrend ha. Uptrend na itong si IRC. If I have IRC, then I'll just hold dahil buhay pa rin naman itong si 134. This was the initial resistance, but then after that breakout, it now became the support line for IRC 134. Now let's try to find a resistance. Okay. So ito na pala, meron na pala 161. 161 is my next resistance for IRC. So if I have IRC, stay put, set the cut loss at 134 and set target price at 161. Okay? Same thing for kung nag-aabang kayo kay IRC, bounce from 134 and then target price 161. Okay? So yan, that's my take on IRC. Next up, EEI. So isa na namang infrastructure stock. So ano bang news dito? Wala eh. Ito pa, same thing pa rin eh. They are trying to, ano ba to? Ito yun eh. Ako kung nakikita nyo siya. Ito na lang, ayan. Kita ba? So, yung sa kanila naman is they are the partners for the Metro Manila Subway project by 2021. Okay, but then this was way back September 7 and after that wala na ako nakita ibang news. So, let's leave it at that. And on the technical side, ito, EEI is already on an uptrend. No? And hopefully, I am hoping this is just a speculation on my end na makapag-develop siya ng another cup and handle dito. Okay? And if that happens, then that means we could be looking at a potential target of 1040 for EEI. Okay? Again ha, ang malaking ano doon is if, kung mangyayari siya. This is still a guide. It's not a recommendation na it will happen. It's just a guide na based on the pattern, baka ito yung mangyari sa kanya. Okay? So, ayan. If I have EEI, then I'll just wait. No? If we are going to create siguro mga support and resistances dito sa area na to, I will set it here. Ayan. Itong consolidation part dito. Okay? So, I'll just hold off and see how it goes. No? I'll set my cut loss price at 635. If ganun din kung halimbawa nag-aabang ako ng entry point, 635 pa rin. And the target is kung gusto niyo lang siyang for trading, then maybe 723. Pero kung gusto niyo siyang gawing long term or longer than the usual, then 1042. Okay? So yan, that's my take on EEI. Let me save this one. Next up, SSP. Okay. SFA Semicon Philippines Corporation. And as we know, ang biggest nila ay si Samsung. So they supply mga microchips to Samsung. Wala akong nakitang any news about SSP, so I'll just go straight to the technicals. As we can see here, the stock is actually it's on an uptrend. Yun nga lang, nakakita tayo dito ng consolidation dito sa bandang upper side nung trend, and it is at, let me just try to, in-adjust ko na siya dahil na-invalidate na yung initial support. So what are range of 131 hanggang 160. Okay, now if I have SSP, I'll just wait. kung anong gagawin ni SSP dahil okay na rin naman meron na tayong confirmed bounce dito. So that means 131 still holds and the target price is still 160. Kung nag-aabang naman ako kay SSP, then same thing. I'll just wait for 131. Okay? And then target price still is 160. Okay? Wow, okay, sige. Medyo ganado ako so okay lang, we can I think we can complete this one. Utak ko na rin sa inyo since late din naman ako nakapag-start, no? So, ayan. Next is APX. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, gold stocks. Okay? So, as the gold price sa global market rises, I would expect that gold stocks here in the Philippines will also benefit from it. So, magkano na ba yung gold ngayon? Kasi alam ko almost 2,000 eh. That's USD. Excuse me. Ayan. So, right now is 192. Almost 1930. 1,930. So, ang andito is the 2,000. No? Kung mapapansin natin, at least it's once again doing a small rally dito sa part na to. And syempre, yung mga gold stocks natin would also react. No? So, going back to APX. Okay. With APX, kung halimbawang meron akong hawak na APX, then I'll just hold. Kasi maganda na yung ginagawa niya. It's already on an uptrend. So, ba't ko pipigilan? Hayaan ko lang siya. And then see how it goes. No? But then, still, I will be setting my cut loss dito sa area na to. 150. I'll set my cut loss at 150. Just in case. At least makapag-cut na ako. By the way, I just use the term cut loss pero in essence, if sa baba ka nakabili, it's not anymore a loss but you're just trying to get some profit. So basically it's profit taking naman, no? I just use cut loss as mas normal lang sa akin kasi to use that. But just wanted to lay that. Okay? Now, kung halimbawa naman nag-aabang ako kay APX, no? Then I can still use this one, yung 150. If mag-bounce siya dito, pull back then bounce, then okay. Otherwise, maybe wait for 173. And also, we have to monitor din yung price sa global market. Okay? Kasi yun yung main catalyst ng APX or ng mga gold stocks natin. Ayan. So yan, that's my take on APX. Next is IDC. Okay, so IDC just, is it recent or hindi yata? Meron siyang stock dividend. Matagal na yata yun. So, IDC. Okay, so dividends. Ayan, ito nakita ko lang kasi, kaso nga lang wala pang details. It says here, it will be a stock dividend. No? So, I don't have the details yet. But yeah, yun lang nakita ko sa kanya. Okay, now, for IDC, in terms of the technicals, no, nakita natin na nag-uptrend na siya when it broke out from 239. Unfortunately, bumalik siya sa baba. Okay? So, for this one, kung halimbawa meron akong hawak na IDC, then I should have already taken some profit from it. Nakapag-partial sell na ako. Okay? Kasi the mere fact na bumaba na siya from the support line, that is already my sell signal. Kahit partial lang. No? So, ayun. Pero kung hindi pa, then ibig sabihin nandito kayo sa part na to, then that means this is now your resistance. And almost nasa resistance na yung price ng stock. Okay? So, you can wait on Monday kung ano gagawin niya. Na kung halimbawa nag-aabang naman ako kay IDC, so same thing, no? I'll just wait for the break. Ito, ma-break itong 239. So, opening at closing sa above 240. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take on IDC. Next, SMC. With SMC naman, they have already started the Bulacan Airport. Although, yung franchise nila is still with the Senate. Naghanap pala ako ng news if it's already approved or not. Kasi bakit sila mag-build na agad nang wala pang franchise. So that is something na medyo pinag-iisipan ko pa. But nevertheless, that's the news na nakita ko this week. So, ayan. The stock SMC is doing a long consolidation dito sa part na to, no? Which is, for me, medyo I'm curious why. Kasi SMC has been doing really good in terms of sa mga disclosures nila, no? The way they help their employees with during the COVID-19 period. And yung mga ginagawa nilang mga donations and all. So, I don't know, maybe investors are not buying. Hindi naman siguro not buying it, but they don't care. Yeah, that's something that I'm not quite sure of. But fundamentally medyo alanganin si SMC. But then again, if I am just trying to speculate here, they have really good projects ahead. So which could give them better earnings in the future, no? So yun lang yung medyo criticism ko over SMC and its current price. In case na meron kayong news, baka meron kayong ibang alam about SMC, please do share. Gusto ko ring malaman eh. Medyo nawiwerduhan lang talaga ako dun sa price action niya lately. Okay? Now, since nasa consolidation siya, so same thing. No? If I have SMC, I'll hold. Set my cut loss at 95.56. While kung nag-aabang naman ako kay SMC, same thing, 95.56, and target ko will be 110. Okay? So, ayan. Next is ABS. Well, napag-usapan na rin si ABS. Let me just check sa comment box. Baka may mga questions doon. Ayun, sabi ni Jeric, Emma 50. Ito na yung nasagot ko kanina. So, kay Ralph naman, kailan po kayo nag-entry and cut loss? EOD or intraday? EOD. I always go for EOD. Why? Dahil may work ako. And I have no time to monitor the intraday. So, I just try to have a break and look at my watch list and review the stock ng around 12:50 ng tanghali. And see kung merong mga na-hit doon sa mga watch list ko. But yeah, I most of the time use or do EOD. Kung nakapag-intraday na rin ako from time to time pero very seldom. Especially ngayon na more on swing trading yung ginagawa ko. So talagang EOD ako. Ayan. Okay. Next. RCI. Parang napag-usapan natin si RCI kanina. Ay, hindi, ABS pa pala. Okay. Sige. So ABS, yun nga, yung sinabi ko rin, same thing with Lopez. Nakakita tayo ng ceiling play upon ceiling play kay ABS. Now, what's happening is that this is a partnership between ABS and Zoe. Di ba Zoe yun? Channel 11. The agreement is that they will be bringing back the shows ng ABS block time sa Channel 11. Okay? The good news here is that, of course, It won't be as much as how they are doing nung channel 2 pa sila, but at least the ads revenue will restart for ABS, which is yun yung almost 90% ng kanilang business actually is because of ads revenue. So the mere fact na they are now back to uh, to the free TV is a good plus. Okay, I just don't expect them na lalaki ng gusto yung earnings nila, or that they can go back to that same earnings that they had before, no? Okay. Now on the technical side, we can see na after nung malaglag si ABS dahil hindi na rin yung kanilang franchise, nakita natin na bumagsak yung presyo niya, di ba? But then this time, in just 5 days, bumalik na siya dun sa same level niya before, which is kind of odd. But well, that's price movement for us, so why not? Diba? Now, in terms of the guidance, kasi I have set the support level ko at 1448. Yun nga lang nag-close siya below that kahapon. No? So, if I have ABS, inabili ko sa baba, so, syempre. On this one, matik na ako dito. I'll be selling. Okay? Pero let's say hindi ka pa nakapag-sell, for example, then Monday, just try to check kung ano mangyayari. If it closes on Monday above, then okay ka lang. If it closes still below the 1448, then I will be selling kung may hawak akong ABS. Okay? Now, if naghahantay naman ako ng entry point, so same thing. Okay? I'll wait na mag-close ito ng 2 araw above 1448. So, let's say for example, on Monday, maging ganito siya, close above, and then I'll wait on Tuesday for the confirmation candle. Okay? So, ayan, that's my take on ABS. Next, LRW. With LRW, this is also part of the gaming sector, no? So, same thing then. I think they share the same DNA with the likes of the other gaming sectors like PLC, Bloom, ano pa ba? Yun lang yata yung alam ko. And then, LRW. Okay. On the technical side naman, we can see na medyo maganda na yung ginagawa niya kasi after it breaks etong MA50 line, etong blue line na to, this is the MA50 moving average 50 or 50 moving averages, we can see na with a really good volume, nag-close siya higher. Etong si LRW. In fact, it closed 10% more kahapon. Okay? Now, if I have LRW, I'll wait. I'll just use itong MA200 as my resistance. Okay? So, ayan. Now, kung halimbawa naman, oh, by the way, cut loss point ko will be 0.66. Okay, this will be my cut loss point, 0.66. Now, kung halimbawa nag-aabang ako kay LRW, then I would be more conservative on that and wait for LRW at 0.60. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take on LRW. Next, WLCON. Ano ba pinag-usapan natin kanina? Home ba? Parang may pinag-usapan tayo ng ano kanina eh. Home nga yun. Okay. So, WLCON, same thing, no? Kasi with WLCON naman, we are on the home improvement sector, subsector of the company, or I mean of PSE. So, it shares the same. Wala lang akong makita masyadong news about WLCON recently. So, most likely, we'll just be waiting for the Q3 na earnings report. No? But on the technical side, we can see na it is on the consolidation stage. No? consolidating from 1470 hanggang 1670. Yun yung nakikita kong range sa kanya. Now, if I have WLCON, no? If I have WLCON, actually nag-set na pala ako dito ng uh, ng support line, no? So I should have already sold dito sa part na to. And kung napansin niyo, no, the moment na nahulog siya dito noong October 6, naging resistance na siya agad given by this green candle noong October 7. And then tumuloy-tuloy na sa pababa. Okay? So kung may hawak pa rin akong WLCON, then wala eh. Andyan na tayo. Then might as well cut my losses na lang muna for this one and then wait na umabot siya ng 15 pesos flat or even 14.70. And then kung same thing, no, kung halimbawa nag-aabang ako kay WLCON, 15 pesos yung hihintayin ko na presyo. And then wait for the bounce, then that will be my buy signal. Okay? Next. Nasaan na ba ako? WLCON ito, di ba? So that means ayun, okay. Next is DNL. Okay. With DNL, apart from the news nung na-mention na natin, I think 2 weeks ago, no, that they are seeing a good reversal. Well, not really reversal, but recovery for DNL for the second half of the year. So we'll see kung ano mangyayari doon sa kanilang earnings report, which medyo curious din ako kung paano nila na spin off yon. Okay? But nevertheless, pagdating sa technicals naman, we can see, no, na DNL is doing a sideways move. It tried to break out noong September 28, kaso binentahan agad siya the next day. And after that, wala na. Etong 574 or 575 remained to be a strong resistance for DNL. Okay? Now, kung halimbawa meron akong DNL, what I can do here is just wait. Hold ko lang siya dahil at least kahit paano itong MA50 is doing a really good support for the stock. No? And then set my target at 574. Now, kung halimbawa nag-aabang naman ako kay DNL, at this stage, might as well wait for the breakout at 574. Otherwise, you can wait na umabot siya ulit ng 450. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take on DNL. Ayan. Ooh, wow. Almost 11 na pala. So, guys, okay pa kayo? Hopefully, gising pa. No? Hindi ko alam kung ilan na yung nanonood sa atin, but okay lang. Kaya ko pa naman. How about you guys? I know maybe some of you are already waiting for the recording, which baka tomorrow ko siya mailalabas. No? Or yeah, tomorrow ko siya mailalabas. Okay? So, while waiting for your responses there, let's go to fruit para at least ma-cover natin siya. No? Okay. So, fruit, wala pa. Wala pa akong news about fruit. So, same thing. But on the technical side, we can see na it's on the consolidation phase naman. Okay? So, with the price range of 1 pesos hanggang 1.50. So, this is a 50% upside. No? I mean, range for fruit. And currently, nasa gitna kasi siya ng range. Eh. So, for me, boring yung ganun eh. Pag ganun is just waiting game talaga. Waiting game lang talaga to. Until such time na may bumigay na isa. Kung ano man yun ang something na hindi natin pa alam sa ngayon. Okay. I have also placed a support dito sa part na to. Kasi kung mapapansin natin, nandito yung Ayan. 115. Okay? So, again, I'm just trying to be conservative here pagdating kay fruit. Kung halimbawa may hawak akong fruit, then I'll just hold. I'll set my cut loss at 115. Okay? And then set my target at 150. And then kung halimbawa naman nag-aabang ako kay fruit, then instead of using 115, I'll be using 1 pesos as my, or 1 peso as my support line. Okay? And then of course, target is still 150. Okay? So yan, that's my take on fruit. Next, tech. Etong si tech, isa ito sa mga may magandang news ng mga nakaraang araw pero hindi siya kinakagat ng market for some reason na I still don't know. So, I really don't know kung ano nangyari dito kay tech. But nevertheless, I know that there are some mga tech supporters here. So, the good thing is that though consolidation itong si tech, solid pa rin itong 507 niya na support. Kung napansin niyo, no, sakto. After niya mag 507, umangat na siya ulit. Although red siya the next day, pero still, makikita natin na itong 507 is still doing a really good support for the stock. Okay? Now, kung may hawak akong tech, then I'll just hold off dahil wala na nag-bounce na siya dito but still, just for me to protect my capital, I would still set my cut loss at 507. Okay? And then target is 709. Okay? So same thing din if I am watching tech. Okay? Pero sa ngayon kasi with tech, yeah, okay, I think okay pa rin naman siya on that level. And malaki yung upside. So, ayan. Okay, next. MAH. Hindi ko lang alam kung sino nag-request ng MAH. Itong kay Metro Alliance Holdings and Equities kasi, hindi ko siya masyadong pinapansin simply because maliit lang yung volume niya. And sabi ko kanina, di ba, I don't trade volumes na below 1 million. Actually, minsan 2 million and below. Hindi ko siya tinitrade kasi susceptible talaga to sa volatility and pwedeng magkaipitan. I'm not saying na magkakaipitan dito, it's just that syempre because of that volatility and hindi naman ako intraday player, so I try to stay away, no? Nevertheless, we can see na itong si MAH is also on the consolidation, no? Actually, ito yung mas malaki yung range niya na nakikita ko. Okay? At 146 hanggang 209. 209 nga ba? 289 or 290. Okay? However, right now, naglagay kasi ako ng isa pang line dito because of this peak. No? And kung makikita natin yung volatility niya. So, medyo alanganin ako kay MAH. If you are not an intraday player, I would advise na go look for other stock na lang. Okay? Kasi medyo mahirap siyang basahin. Okay? Pero kung gusto mo pa rin, then why not? Go ahead. It's just that nabasag na siya dito. Etong part na to, MA200 is still intact. So, that is the saving grace for MAH, in my opinion. So, wala. Hanggang doon lang talaga. Okay? Next. BPI. Did we talk about BPI kanina? Hindi pa. Or BDO yun? Hindi pa. Okay. So, BPI, hindi ko na ulitin yung sinabi ko kanina with the financial sector about their NLPs. NPLs, non-performing loans. But just go dive in directly sa technicals. Okay? So, with BPI, I can see a descending triangle dito sa part na to. Excuse me. Uh, However, eto, kung napansin niyo, no? Eto kasi these are just speculation ko lang na nakaraan. But it appears na valid itong resistance line. Kasi kung napansin niyo, um, it tried to break out dito sa resistance, pero kung napansin niyo, tuloy-tuloy yung pag-red niya. So that means this resistance line is still strong for BPI. And mas tumataas yung chances na 61 pesos na it could potentially go back to 61 pesos. Okay? So ayun, medyo ingat lang dito kay BPI. Okay? However, we are still not discounting the fact na pwedeng umangat siya or mag-breakout. So nandoon pa rin yung possibility na 'yon. Okay? It's just that itong consolidation na to dito medyo concerning siya for me kung may hawak akong BPI. Okay? So ayun, if meron akong hawak na BPI, then most likely at this point I'll be selling partially. Okay? Partial lang kasi as I mentioned, breakout is still a possibility. Okay? Now, kung halimbawa nag-aabang naman ako kay BPI, okay? So, same thing. Just like what we are doing with the rest, wait for the bounce dito sa 61 pesos or a potential breakout dito sa resistance line na to. I know this is diagonal, so medyo tricky yung pag-set ng, uh, ng, ng breakout point. Pero if I will be creating andito siguro, might as well go with this one. So, breakout from 67, 60. Okay? So, ayan. The ideal candle there for the breakout is this one. Ganyan, boom. Or dalawang candle na magkasunod na green. Tapos, ma-break itong 67.59. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take on BPI. Next up, Ali. So, Ali, same thing. For the property sector, kasi like Ali na merong exposure sa POGOs, office leasing. So, medyo concerning, no? Pero so far naman, wala naman naririnig na other POGOs na nag-close out, apart from those na nakaalis na during the peak of the COVID pandemic. So it's still good, at least kahit pa paano wala nang umaalis, no? But still it is going to be a big question mark naman para doon sa next couple of years for Ali. Okay? So ayan. Now on the technical side, we can see na it is doing also a consolidation. Parang lahat, no, consolidation. I'm just not sure if napansin niyo 'yon. Okay? And at least at this time, I can say na I think all the risk have already been priced in kay Ali because of that consolidation. No? So, kung halimbawa meron akong hawak na Ali, then I'll just stay put. Tingnan ko kung anong gagawin niya nito dito sa 29 pesos actually. 29 pesos, I am hoping na mag-hold in 29 pesos. Okay? Now, kung halimbawa naman na kung halimbawa nag-aabang naman kayo kay Ali, then same thing. I'll just wait for I have a feeling, this is just a feeling, na baka hindi na siya bumaba ng 29. Okay? Feeling lang yon. It's not a declaration of assurance. Feeling ko lang yon. Okay? So, ayun. So, having that in mind, I'll be, kung ang entry ko will be 29 pesos. Bounce from 29 pesos. Actually, with this one, pwede na rin kasi may consolidation na rito. Just make sure that you are setting your cut loss point pa rin. Okay? Para at least ma-protect naman yung capital mo. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take on Ali. Next, URC. So, with URC, same thing. Wala rin akong makitang news pa with IRC apart from yung confirmation nung nabili nilang subsidiary from, was it RRHI? Um, no. Rizal Holdings Inc. Kasi they are planning to uh, I think it's a sugar mill, tama ba? Hindi ko na maalala yung some details of that. But at least yun yung mga last information that I have gathered for URC, no? And on the technical side naman, we can see na still for most of the index stock, nasa consolidation phase sila. And URC is not new. Okay? So with this one, ang nagugustuhan ko dito is that nagkaroon na ng golden cross dito sa part na to. And the price is not anymore falling below the MA 200 line. So that is a saving grace for me pagdating kay URC. Okay? Now, if I have URC, then I'll just hold and set my cut loss point at 135. If it closes below 135, or maybe give it an allowance sa MA 200 line, let's say below 133 pesos, then that's the time that I will be selling. Okay? And as for those na nag-aantay pa ng magandang entry point, then URC, yeah, I think price in na rin yung risk kay URC eh. So I think at this price 135 pesos, kakagatin ko na siya, especially if I'm long term. Okay? So ayan, that's my take on URC. Next, JFC. Okay. So si JFC naman, same thing din. They just have recently opened a store in Rome, Italy, and this marks the 4th Jollibee branch sa Europe. Okay, they still have the 288 target store opening. Hindi ko lang nabalitaan if they are still targeting 2020. Tingin ko na-move na yung yung schedule na yon, yung 288 new stores to next year dahil sa COVID na rin. Okay? So, in terms of the technicals naman, same thing, consolidation. And etong 150 talagang hinihintay ko na ma-break. Okay? So, kung may hawak akong JFC, then just stay put, hold on, and I'll be setting my cut loss at 135. Actually, no. Pwede, at 126 pwede na rin. Setting my cut loss at 126 and then target price 150. Okay? So yan, that's my take on JFC. Next is MM. Etong si MM masyadong tahimik. Ayan. There is no other news kay MM apart from the partnership with Foodpanda. Pero hindi ko pa siya nakikita sa Foodpanda actually. Sinecheck ko siya, hindi ko pa siya nakikita. So, ayun. Apart from that, tahimik lang yung stock. So, I don't know. Dati, dikit sila ni Dito, di ba? But then, lumipad na si Dito, while si MM is, wala lang. Chill lang. So, ayan. Now, on the technical side naman, I'll be setting my cut loss point at 284 and target is 325. No, kung may hawak akong MM, I'll just hold on since nasa gitna, boring. If nag-aantay naman ako ng entry price, still 284 bounce. Okay? So, ayan. Or wait for the breakout at 325. That's also another possibility. Okay? Ayan. Next, MWC. Itong MWC, na-break na ba niya yung 15 pesos? Yun lang. Umatras. Oh, lots. Okay. Anyways, so with MWC, I'm still waiting for the signed agreement between the government and MWC Manila concessionaire for the Metro Manila na agreement which is due 2022. So may time pa naman. It's just that uh, December pa last month, last year, since the last time na I have seen that news, and until now wala pang another news around that eh. So medyo curious lang ako. But nevertheless, on the technical side naman, we can see na the stock is still on an uptrend. Okay? Yun nga lang, nabasag lang yung resistance ko dito. Okay? So, with this one, kung may hawak akong MWC, I will be cutting na muna. Dahil, again, nabasag na yung support. Ganun lang naman yung rule ko dito. If nabasag yung support, nag-low siya doon, and then may confirmation the next day. Actually, 2 days na nagkaroon ng confirmation na hindi na siya bumalik above, then that means for me, it's time to take profit or to cut the losses if it's a loss for me. Okay? So, ayan. Now, if I'm looking for an entry price, then so basag na to, no? My entry price will be at 13.12. Ano, actually, can I set it at 13 pesos? Tingnan ko lang ha. Yeah, 13 pesos. I'll set it at 13 pesos. Yung hintayin ko na presyo kay MWC. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take on MWC. Next, 6 na lang. So, bibilisan ko na rin ulit. Now, Chelsea. Okay. So, silang tatlo to, no? Si Chelsea, si Dito, at saka si Now. Sila yung talagang matunog this past couple of weeks already. No? So, kay Chelsea Logistics, wala na akong masyadong narinig na news. No? Apart from dun sa Udena na bagging the ano. Pero, si Udena kasi, it's a separate, it's a separate company na different kay Chelsea. Although they are within one family, magkaiba lang sila ng parang focus, no? So on the technical side naman, we can see na medyo ano, after the rally, after itong parabolic run na to, itong 480, yun na yung bago niyang support. So 480 hanggang 640, no? And with 480, napansin natin, no, sakto. Ayan, lakayan ko siya. So, kung mapansin nyo rito yung week nung October 8, lumapit siya dito sa support line, and then from there on, umangat na siya. So, this is already considered as a confirmed bounce for Chelsea, and on track para maabot niya yung 641. So, let's hope for the best for Chelsea holders, no? Sana umabot nga siya. If I have Chelsea, then I'll just wait. I'll still set my cut loss at 479 or 480, and then setting my target at 641. While kung halimbawa nag-aabang naman ako kay Chelsea, then siguro maghihintay ako ng mga around 520 hanggang 540 dito before I enter. Kasi kung dito ako maghihintay, kung let's say for example lang na mag-close ito on Monday or first thing in the morning ng Monday, the upside mo is okay, 15%. If 15% is okay with you, then okay lang. So, ayun lang, yun yung nakikita ko. Kasi 641 is, yeah, it will be a major support, major resistance for Chelsea. Okay, next, Euro. With Euro naman, so with Euro, just like what I have mentioned kanina, like kina MAH, this is also yung mga less than 1M na volume, no? So I try to stay away from them. Though they had rallied nung nakaraan because of the pandemic, but then after that wala na. Nauubusan na siya ng gas itong si euro. So, and to be honest, I don't think na unless they have a uh, unless they have developed something no na related sa COVID, then so doon lang. But mm, at least in my view, not at this time. Okay? So, ayun. My opinion here with euro, stay away muna and look for other stock na lang apart from euro. Okay? If meron kang hawak na euro at the moment, then you might want to consider selling it muna and then move on to other stocks. Okay? Next. Tech, tapos na natin si tech. PXP. Okay. So si PXP, medyo maganda yung chart niya, no? Kasi kung napansin natin, after niyang bumalik sa 482, nag-bounce up na siya to 531. That's about almost 9% na na rebound from yesterday. Okay? Now, given that information, then if I have PXP, I'll hold. Tingnan ko kung anong gagawin nito on Monday and Tuesday. Okay? You still have to consider itong MA50 ha. Kasi kung napansin natin dito, sakto yung ano niya rito sa MA50 line and then medyo umatras lang ng konti. Okay? That tells me na itong MA50 line is has an effect. Kung mapansin nyo, even dito, nung September 15, itong yung week niya na to, and then eto rin, and then eto rin. So, at MA50 line, there is a history na nag-bounce siya or nauuntog siya dito. So, just try to, lang siguro, try to monitor. And having said that, siguro on Monday, if I have PXP, if mag-close siya above 539, I'll hold. If hindi, then I might consider some profit taking kung may profit ka man. Otherwise, you can still gamble it and still set your cut loss point at 485 or 480. Okay? So, ayan. That's my take on PXP. Oh, by the way, kung halimbawang meron kayo, kung nag-aabang, same thing. Wait for the green candle above 540. Next, home tapos na natin, web tapos na natin, Meralco, this will be our last. So, ay makapagpahinga na kayo. One last. I'll just make this one very quick. Ayan. Okay, so Meralco, same thing. The government is already asking Meralco if they can extend yung billing collection, yung due dates, to a later date. Hindi ko lang maalala kung ano yung date na yon. Is it also the same with the financial sector na 60 days? So that is something that I don't know. But definitely the government is asking Meralco if they can extend yung mga due dates dahil syempre because of the pandemic and consideration din para dun sa mga kababayan natin na tigil trabaho or even nawalan ng trabaho because of the pandemic. Okay? Now, in terms of the fundamental technicals, we can see here na the stock is doing a consolidation just like the others. So, with this one, we are also seeing na potentially magkakaroon siya ng golden cross. Okay? So, this is quite exciting for MER. And the mere fact na the stock is already above MA 200, then that tells me na the stock is already on a gearing towards uptrend. Okay? So now if I have MER, which I have. It's part of my long term, pero it won't be applicable to me anymore kasi nga long term ko siya. So, regardless kung anong presyo yan. Because I plan to hold MER for the next 15 years. Ganon ka long term. It's part of my high dividend portfolio. Okay? But kung halimbawa if you wanted to trade MER, then at this time, hold muna. And then I'll be setting my cut loss point dito sa area ng 270. Okay? I'll set my cut loss sa 270 and then target is still 293. Okay? Now, kung halimbawa nag-aabang naman ako kay MER, I think instead of 270, I might go with this one, 260. Okay? This is kung nag-aabang ako ng entry. Pero kung magka-cut loss ka lang naman dahil let's say meron ka ng hawak na mas maliit or mas mababa pa just to profit take, then yeah, 270. Okay? So, ayan. That wraps up our weekend stock review. Once again, I do apologize kung nalate ako kanina. Medyo naging busy lang. But I hope nakabawi naman ako by completing all of the stocks na ilista natin. No? So, just like before, as I've mentioned, I'll be posting yung recording neto with the timestamp and stock code sa YouTube channel natin. Now, let's say, in case na wala pa kayong copy and you want to follow the YouTube channel, eto, pinost ko na siya dun sa comment box. So, ayun lang. Please help support the channel. And ayun, and then kita-kits again next week on our next weekend stock review. Okay? So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining, for extending hanggang 11:20. So ayun, you can sleep tight na muna. Thank you and best of luck on your trade this coming week. Okay? Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.